Guys, welcome back to the Various Crypto Channel, most savage and enduring crypto channel out there. My name is Khaos Kris, and I'll be your host today. Before I have this video, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on bell notifications so I keep you guys updated with the latest, greatest news and information in the space. Today, I got another awesome live stream. We're gonna go deep into altcoins. We're gonna talk about market explosion. Everyone's focused on Solana, but we're looking elsewhere. And I got a special guest. Always welcome on the verse. What's up, Adam? How we doing?
What's up, brother? Good to see you. Exciting day. Finally wrapping up the Christmas stuff. So I was like itching to get back at this and get on stream here and see what's taking place in the last couple hours that I missed.
Absolutely, man. You know, a lot of stuff's going on, especially right around the holidays. Man, I remember like crypto didn't usually go this crazy right around Christmas. Do you ever recall that from your experience?
Um, I 2021, because I started streaming about 2 years to the day, so I think that it was a little crazy back then. But maybe 2019 when Bitcoin first ran up to 20K and then it crashed back down. I think it was around 10K. Everyone was panicking and freaking out, so it was kind of being talked about, but in a different way. I feel like now it's all, oh, the ETF's coming. The most interesting man in the world is shilling it on my YouTube YouTube ads. So yeah, I'm excited, bro. I really am.
Absolutely. No, it's definitely really great. And you know, what's crazy is everyone's saying Solana, Solana, Solana. And I know we spoke about this on the phone a lot. And there's actually blockchains right now that are exploding, and people aren't seeing it happen because they're so focused behind the hype train with mainstream influencers. And you were one of the first people to, you know, really show some of these blockchains to me. So I'm excited to talk about. I'm excited to pick your brain. I'm excited to show the people your gains because some of your calls have been crazy. A majority of these projects were your calls. And you know, it's gonna be an exciting one, man. So cool. Let's just do a quick market look. Now, looking at the price of Bitcoin, we're sitting at about 43K and we're actually trending upwards. And it seems like we're coming at the support line from, I think it was like a top from a while ago here. Let's go to the 1 day. Oh, wow. I'm a little zoomed out. Yeah. So basically, we've been going on this line right here, this support line. We've been going in, bouncing, bouncing up, bouncing up, bouncing up, bouncing up. I got a good feeling that we might bounce to the upside very soon to 46K and start working our way back up and then maybe hit that downside. Adam, are you bullish or bearish on Bitcoin right now?
I'm kind of getting nervous, which I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. You know, I've been saying I think we're gonna hit 48K around the end of the year, and I'm waiting to just break through that 44.5. If we don't do that, then I think we see an alt season, and then things get ugly. But if Bitcoin can rally up and make a new local high, and then we get to sell the news event from the ETF. And I think right now, what happened with Bitcoin over the last year, starting after FTX with Grayscale and the big boys accumulating it, I think they've been doing that with ETH. And you haven't heard anything about Ethereum in the last couple months in the mainstream. It's all been Solana, Avalanche, Cosmos, Bonk, whatever, everything but ETH. And I think that's for a reason, and kind of the same reason you don't hear anything about Hedera. You don't hear anything about Stellar. There's certain blockchains that are just crushing it, but they get no press. And those are the things that I cover and that I focus on. And I'm excited to get into it. But yeah, bro, if Bitcoin breaks down, the dominance falls, and we get a big alt season, some of these coins are going to go ballistic.
Yeah, I agree. It's such a weird bull market because I saw a tweet today. Someone says that we're in a bull market, but it doesn't feel like one. I think people are still shocked from the bear market, to be honest with you, because that was brutal. There's so much fighting. Everything was just FUD. It was crazy. But we're finally seeing some green candles, so it's good stuff. Now, let's just pop over at CryptoBubbles and just see what's moving because there's a lot of green, which is crazy. We got optimism up 15%. Looking like we're getting a little bit of run here. We got Tau. Tau, very big AI blockchain. Some people are saying this is the Bitcoin of this bull run because it's exclusive to AI. And we're not gonna get too much into it. Maybe for a future live stream, but something you definitely want to add. And then Arbitron's running as well. Seems like it's running with optimism. We move to the top 200. We got ETH W. Go ahead.
Go back to one of the guys that I follow, Maximus Crypto. He's one of the best out there, in my opinion, for like ISO stuff, utility cryptos. And he put me onto Jasmy. I mean, he's been on Quant, Clearpool. Like, he's really into some of these good plays, and he's bullish as hell on BSV. And he was talking about it for the last like 6 months, and this thing can scale endlessly, bro. Like, Bitcoin can't be used for payments. BSV solves all that. And I didn't even know that. And once you kind of take a deep dive into it, it makes you kind of second guess things. But it's just, that was one that we all slept on, I think. And I think it's really going to run hard. It's going to surprise a lot of people.
Wow. That's interesting. What does the SV stand for? Do you know?
Satoshi's vision or version.
Oh, okay. So I guess this was just like a fork. Man, I need to research. I have no idea, so I don't want to go into it, but that's really interesting. I'm gonna research after this live stream about Bitcoin SV. Okay. No, awesome point. Now let's move on to the top 200 real quick. ETHW, everyone's favorite forked over Ethereum blockchain. It's actually doing not so bad right now. It's up 30%. And I was just joking. Metis. We're going to talk a little bit about Metis today, but this thing's absolutely ripping. This was one of Adam's calls, and I jumped in on, and it's heading to the upside. We're going to the firmament with this token right now. It's up almost at $100. Adam, what's your overall thoughts on Metis? So I'll get too deep into it because we're going to talk about a lot today.
I gotta just say, shout out to Axis, bro. We were, talking in the bear market and just bouncing potential plays and what are you looking at back and forth. And that was one of the coins that he sent over that he was looking at. And I owned it last cycle and I got out of it. And it was just one I just forgot about. And if he didn't send that text and those coins, I wouldn't have been on it until later, probably missed it. So I got to give all the credit to Axis on that. And we got it at $10. So we're sitting pretty, but also to scale, bro. That's another one that people are sleeping on that I got a couple months ago in that when I moved into the real world asset utility portfolio and gaming too. And that was the one that people are sleeping on too.
Yeah, seems like we got a utility run coming around corner, which is actually exciting, and I think we're going to really get into that today. So, to start off, as most of you guys know, Solana is going absolutely crazy. People are jumping in. It seems like more people are propping up Solana, and Adam and I, we have this theory that it's basically to shake people out of Ethereum. Now that we're seeing Solana pop, we're also seeing other blockchains pop. And the first one we're going to talk to you about is HBAR. HBAR, it's a hashgraph. Basically, it's not a blockchain, but it uses hashgraph technology, essentially using something called, I believe, I forgot the term what it was, but oh gosh, man, I'm drawing a blank here. I think, gossip. So basically, it uses this gossip model where essentially with the blockchain, you have an order of nodes that are constantly proving transactions. Now, using this approach and changing the consensus mechanism, it actually increases the transactions per second up to about 10,000 TPS. Now, what's interesting is hashgraph technology isn't blockchain technology. It's completely different. And what's really interesting is that a lot of VC fund and companies are jumping onto HBAR. Believe it or not, I wasn't a believer in HBAR. I was like Pulsechain, Hex, and all these other coins. But my boy Adam was like, dude, you need to check out HBAR. You need to see what's going on. And that is why we're doing this live stream, because we're going to talk about different altcoins on this live stream and talk about areas that people aren't looking at. So, Adam, just gave a little brief breakdown of HBAR, drew a little blank, but actually came back from it. Tell me about HBAR, why you're so bullish on, and what do you see happening in this ecosystem?
Yeah, bro. So same thing. Like it's hard, there's so many coins out here. You're focusing on what you like or what's new to you, and you hear about a new coin, you have no clue what it is. It's just a ticker and whatever preconceived notions you might have heard about it or whatever FUD's going around there. But when you take a deep dive into Hedera, and for all the people that say, "Oh, it's a centralized coin," rah rah rah, it's like, okay, you got a good point. They're the biggest corporations in the world are on the governing council, which I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing if you're looking for a long-term investment with bigger upside. So when you have those corporations on the governing council, and now institutional DeFi is up and running with staking for Hedera. So all these companies now have yield they can earn on this blockchain. And then aside from that, with the supply chain stuff they're doing, with tracking, with all the AI vehicles over in Asia, all the self-driving cars, the amount of transactions and data those things need to drive, all that's running on Hedera. And they also have their hands with CBDCs, digital identity. I mean, it's everywhere. It's like it's a chosen one. I think that's how this world works. There's chosen companies, there's whatever you want to call it, chosen people, whatever. And I think Hedera is one of them. And when you look at the governing council, the partnerships they're making, it's a no-brainer. And no one talks about it. It's like there's a conspiracy out there, or there's NDAs, or I don't know what's going on. But when you're working with central banks and CBDCs and working at changing the money, I would think there's a lot of NDAs involved versus some blockchain that's, got meme coins and games on it. That's great. That solves no utility in the real world, and big money doesn't give a shit about that in a sense. Yeah, they'll buy a company or whatever, but they're focusing at the $1 trillion problems that are at heart here. And then you have all that, and then you have DeFi on Hedera, which is brand new. It came out last summer, and it doesn't get more decentralized than the project we're going to talk about, SaucerSwap, that DEX. I was in it since day one. I was in the pre-sale, and I've been in the community and the AMAs for a year and a half. It launched in August of 2022. So if you've been in that community and you made it through the last 18 months, you deserve 100x, because the price it launched, it did a 2x, and then it dropped 90% and sat there for 14 months. And no one talked about it. I was doing streams about it, saying how awesome it is. It's community driven. It's ran by a DAO. Anytime a new project wants to come on the platform, there's a vote, and you had to be an NFT holder of all three of them to be able to have a vote. And the community votes. And if you want a project to be listed, and if it's not, there's a huge warning sign when you go to swap it. So for new people right away that, oh, did I buy the right one or the wrong one? That shit doesn't exist on Hedera. It's not even a problem. So they're just so far ahead, and it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. And here's the thing. Before we get into like just price analytics, if you're in Pulsechain, if you're in titanX, that's probably our main crowd. Pulsechain is going to have its time. We're permabulls on Pulsechain. We'll never FUD Pulsechain. We're never going to be one of these guys that are doom and gloom. But when you see other ecosystems doing really, really well, there's nothing wrong with going in and looking, saying like, okay, HBAR, there might be some plays over here. Because what you can do is you can take $100, go into another ecosystem. If you get a 10x, that's $1,000. And guess what? Take a profit, take $500 of that, buy more Pulse, buy more PulseX, buy more Hex, buy more titanX, buy more whatever coin that you like the best. And essentially, it's a really great gambling play, and it's a way to increase your position. This is what me and Adam do all the time. We're always talking about coins because ultimately, at the end of the day, we want to increase our bags of our main tokens, which are going to be Pulsechain, PulseX, Hex, and titanX. So basically, the main point why we're getting to HBAR, nobody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about Solana. Everybody's even talking about Avalanche, but nobody's talking about HBAR, and we're seeing gems absolutely explode right now. So, Adam, you got a small list of gems today about HBAR. What's your first HBAR altcoin gem?
I'm going with SaucerSwap because everybody, you need that DEX to get to any other coin. You know, unless you want to use the wallets and pay a bigger fee, which I'm guilty of doing when I get lazy. But a majority of people are going to go to this DEX. The liquidity, the LP pairs, they're juicy right now on the newer coins. And the best thing is that these guys pioneered liquid staking. You know, we take it for granted now with Lido and some of these ETH protocols that are out. But it was SaucerSwap that last summer. I was saying to people, holy shit, I can now stake this coin. The APY was at like 60 something percent when it first launched. And now it's down to about 6%. But I could stake my whole bag and trade it and have access to that liquidity at any point. And so that was like, oh wow, I'm in hex here. Imagine if I could take my 555 stake and swap 10% of it for whatever coin, and then swap back into it while it was staked, earning that whole time. But so if I took 10% out, you're going to earn, you know, that little bit less, but it's still proportionate to what you have in there. So they led the way with liquid staking, and it's 100% community ran. So I don't know how you call it a centralized, you know, coin that I don't want to VC coin. I don't want to support. Like, that's the stupidest thing to say. And you're going to be the one that's even more pissed off if you're not diversifying and you're only holding Richard Heart coins right now, because they will do great, but they're lagging the market right now. So I work with people every day in crypto, and the ones that didn't diversify out of the Richard Heart ecosystem are the ones that regret it the most. So, you know, right. I hear it from them directly. So you can either read something on Twitter or take it from someone who talks to these people every day. And that's right. Why diversifying, and just for your mental health, for your sanity, when you know, oh my God, everything has been down for so long, but then you can look at one coin in your portfolio that's up 30%, it immediately gets rid of that feeling. It's crazy what that can do.
Right. Yeah, no, absolutely. And, you know, SaucerSwap has been doing numbers, man. Let's just take a look at this price chart real quick. We're going up to about market cap 38 million, liquidity 7.9. Well, we'll just focus on the market cap 38 million. I know it's not the best indicator, but here's the thing. Since its bottom, it basically hit a 400% ROI. So it hit a 4x. Now, the reason why I'm saying SaucerSwap could be a play is some people think this Hedera hash graph, some people think HBAR could potentially hit anywhere between, I would say, a market cap of, maybe 30 billion up to 300 billion, since it's such a new technology and it's truly not blockchain technology. And so with a DEX like SaucerSwap, it's sitting at about a market cap of 38.8 million. We saw Uniswap get up to a billion, 2 billion, 3 billion. And so if it gets up to that $1 billion market cap for a decentralized exchange, that's easily a 75 to 80x. And so right now we are starting to see this sucker run. And let's just take a look. Just zoom out a little bit. So since that bottom, it started running. And then towards the beginning of December, we just started taking off and going exponentially. And now we're consolidating right here. SaucerSwap is an absolute gem. The other thing I like about it, they got NFTs. They also have a pro account where if you sign up on a pro account, you can actually basically get a personalized portfolio tracker. You can see all your holdings on the HBAR ecosystem. So not only are they creating a decentralized exchange, they're also creating a business on the blockchain, which makes me extra bullish. So overall, SaucerSwap is definitely in play. Adam's been telling me about it. Adam, you've been on this project since day one. How's your experience with the SaucerSwap community, and what's your prediction behind the price action behind SaucerSwap?
If you could share my screen here, I just want to show you the staking and how cool it is and what is coming. Like, we're still so new. They just launched their V2 platform right around Thanksgiving. So it's barely been out a month, and it's reduced impermanent loss like crazy. They reduced the coin's inflation by 60%, and the yields are way more juicy. I don't remember exactly why. I didn't read the essay about it, but they've upgraded. They're doing big things. And with the reward coin, like I was saying, you stake your sauce, you can trade the reward coin, or you get X sauce. So it's worth $1, 1.2x. So it's, I don't know, at 6.5 cents. So sauce is 5 cents. X sauce is worth 20% more. So you could take your X sauce and then stake that in the community pools to earn the Hedera token service coins, which every coin that is going to be launching through the HTS, they are going to have to give a portion of their supply to the community to be given out to sauce stakers. So I'll be basically getting allocations to pre-sales for free just for staking my X sauce in these pools. And then from having the NFTs, I have my set, so I can then stake those too and earn more yield. And while all this is staked, you can trade that liquidity. It's not locked up. And that's the difference. People don't realize the difference in that until you actually have it in front of you and you're like, holy shit, this isn't just gone for 6 months, 9 months, or whatever. Imagine if we could trade our titanX right now. That's the level Hedera's at. And when you look at what they're doing with the real world stuff, with CBDCs, carbon credits, supply chain tracking, it's obvious to me. It's so obvious. And it's just a matter of time. And I think all the things with the main utility, I don't know. I wasn't old enough for the web.com shit back then, but I think when everything first came out, it was just a mass explosion in all these great ideas. But behind the scenes, if you paid attention, you could see what was really being built and the sustainable, I'm sure the utility, .com plays were around back then, just like right now. And when you start putting the dots together, Hedera's got a 100-year plan to scale. They're working with the 39 of the biggest corporations in the world. Like, how much more obvious is it? If you don't see it by now, crypto's not for you. I'm sorry.
Right. Good stuff. Now, so SaucerSwap, really great play. Main decentralized exchange on HBAR. Now, let's get into the number 2 altcoin. I know you had a second one. And
Yep.
So what would be, in your opinion, what is your second pick on the HBAR ecosystem?
So I was a toss up, man. Like I'm so bullish on all of the 5 or 6 of them, but I got to go with Karate Combat just because. So the way right now this works is they have an event every month or so. The last one was December 5th, and so I started watching it over the summer. I found out about it, and I got intrigued because I found out you could bet on these fights, and if you lost, you didn't have to pay. So it's called up-only gaming. So when you have your karate tokens and you bet on these fights, if you win, you earn more coins. And like the last fight, I made like 40,000 coins or 39,000, which right now, I don't know what it's worth, but I think it's like $130, something like that. So I'm just going to let these ride and just keep betting. And then when you have money or free money on the fight, it incentivizes you to watch it. And when I was watching this summer, there were no name guys. I mean, the entire card of the one, right here, the Agaev one. I don't think there was one UFC fighter on this entire card. Like, they were all just random guys that had jobs and stuff. And to where this came, they hired a new president a month and a half ago, and all of a sudden he's got UFC veterans fighting. And at the last event, it's live on YouTube. You can watch it for free. They had Sean O'Malley was there watching. Aljamain Sterling was there watching. And they had Nate Diaz there, and they did an interview with him. And he was like, yeah, this shit looks cool. I need to fight by February. I'm not ruling this out. So he didn't say no. So the fact that all these UFC guys are coming over, the coin is now exploding. It's up like 30-something%. And you can earn free coins on the next event. If you buy a bag of it right now and just put it aside, when the event comes in January or whatever, you'll be able to bet on it, and it's just fun. And I think that utility with the engagement of people and the celebrities that are endorsing it, it's just got everything to me to be a gem.
Absolutely. Now let's take a look at some price action real quick. So just looking at Crowded Combat, it's sitting at about a $97 million market cap. Now, the one thing I will say about this token, people like to gamble. People like UFC. In all honestly, the gambling industry is pretty big. And I know it's like haram and people don't like it, but $100 million market cap compared to the overall value of some of these casinos are worth billions of billions. So in my opinion, $100 million market cap, this is just the beginning, and I could see this getting up into the billions. So I like this pick. I know you've been talking about it. I've heard so many people making plays, gambling, and getting into it. Now, please keep in mind, not financial advice, and be careful of gambling because, people got issues or whatnot with that. But in the crypto sense, this is new. This is great. And having that UFC brand behind it is awesome. Now, moving on to the next altcoin. I know you mentioned something about a meme coin. I like meme coins. And also our boy, Goo God. Shout out to Goo God. Really great dude. AI, meme coin, DJ King. He likes meme coins too. I know you told me about a really cool meme coin. So what's your third pick?
So we got to go with SaucerSwap, bro. It's the meme coin, and I'm kind of pissed because I didn't even know that if I just took my X sauce and threw it in a pool, I would have qualified for the airdrop. So this coin was given to, if you held SaucerSwap through this bear market, you're pretty much a hexagon. Like, this shit was just as bad as Hex without like the noise, the charts and everything. Volume, everything just got depleted and was down in the dumps. So people that held this are diamond hands, and everyone needs a meme coin, every chain. And this one has, it's this one, or there's another one, Grelk, this ugly guy, but I don't know. This one just, I don't know. It's got the rocket. It's going to the firmament. It just screams 100x potentially.
I love it. Yeah, I love it, man. No, it's a great pick. Hey, also, just so you guys know, Karate Combat is actually $13 million market cap, so that makes me even more bullish. Deck screen was wrong, but yeah. So going back to SaucerSwap and just taking a look at some my overall thoughts before we get into some price action. If you guys go check out what B-Roots and Ian are doing, basically they have meme coins on every major blockchain. So, for example, they're really big on Doge 1 on Ethereum. They're big on Bear on Pulsechain. And then there's another meme coin on ICP called IC. Every single one of these blockchains, when they have DeFi summer come up, well, not DeFi, but when they have the DeFi boom come up, there's always going to be meme coin that's going to run. And in my opinion, because SaucerSwap has such a big dominance, SaucerSwap has the special sauce, literally and figuratively, to do absolute numbers. Now, let's just take a look at what this MCAP is. 1.1 million. Some of those coins that B-Roots and all of them are talking about are well above 1.1 million. We found this at about, I think it was like 700K MCAP. And just imagine if we get DeFi boom on HBAR, this MCAP could easily get up to the hundreds of millions or even billions in the future. Adam, what do you think about the price appreciation behind SaucerSwap? Do you think it has a special sauce? Like, what's your overall thoughts?
It could, but it's gonna take the degens coming over. People that come to Hedera or look at it, they're higher IQ. They see the technology. They have the patience and the ability to read through stuff and not just whatever people do. They just, no, I'm good. And they don't have the ability to just take 10 minutes and read something. It's a different crowd, but the market cap is so, it just feels obvious. Like, I don't know. I just think the same as you, bro. I don't see how it can't do numbers just because we're so early and people are going to come to Hedera. It's inevitable. The technology is too great, and once it's unleashed, man, these coins are gonna really start to shock people. And then from there, I think money, yeah, it flows around. Like if karate blows up or Dovu or whatever, sauce blows up, that money's gonna trickle around and look for the meme coins. So I agree, but it's only a matter of time.
Absolutely. So, just going based off the meme coins and the degens coming in. Last thing before we move on, because I don't want to highlight HBAR too much because we've got two other ecosystems to talk about. Guga brought up a really great point. SaucerSwap is linked with Sauce. When Sauce pumps, so does SaucerSwap and Hart's Law. And I couldn't agree more. I believe the story behind SaucerSwap was if you had X sauce and you staked it, you got the meme coin. And now it's getting out to some of the biggest supporters of the SaucerSwap community. And so a lot of those guys are going to be diamond handing. And I think if this project does absolute insane numbers, this could be a great onboarding device into HBAR because people want to get in. Now, another one, also shout out to DJ and Gem Hunter. I absolutely love this guy. He said CCC on Tron is going to run. If you know, you know. I'm going to write that down. We'll check that out. And also, guys, I didn't highlight this in the beginning. I should have. I got thrown off because my introduction wasn't working. But Adam and I, we're going to start doing these weekly live streams. And so if you guys got gems, if you got projects that you want to shill and talk about, leave them down in the comments down below because we'll go through them real quick. And I definitely want to check out that CCC token on Tron because we haven't heard much about Tron, and I'm not sure if it's still a play or whatnot. So good stuff. Now let's get into another ecosystem that not many people are talking about. And this one absolutely blew my mind because Adam and Axis were talking about Metis. And if you guys don't know, Metis, it's a layer 2 scaling solution. It uses an optimistic rollup. Now, the reason why Metis is so special compared to the other layer 2 scaling solutions is because Vitalik's mom is on, I believe it was like a governance board or an oversight board, and she was actually one of the founders of Metis. And so Metis is actually funded through something called a decentralized autonomous corporation fund so that it can set up and build infrastructure for the Ethereum blockchain. And so the reason why I like Metis so much is because her name's tied to this layer 2 scaling solution. And in my opinion, this could potentially give Optimism and Arbitron an absolute run for their money. And what's really great about Metis right now is nobody's talking about it, especially in YouTube and Twitter. And the price is doing absolute numbers for a layer 2 scaling solution. Now, if I come over here and let's just take a look at this price, which is absolutely bananas. All right, I'm drawing way too many trend lines right now. So it started down here at about $9, and now we're sitting at $93. It did a 10x just like that, and basically started from the beginning of November, and then we started seeing go absolutely nuclear on December 18th. I can't tell you how excited I'm about this. We got into this blockchain, and in my opinion, it's sitting at about $427 million. If this becomes a layer 2 competitor, I could very well see Metis getting up to anywhere between 10 to $20 billion MCAP evaluation. So that could be anywhere between, I would say, a 20 to 30x from here on out. Adam, what's your overall thoughts on Metis, and how do you think it's going to do in the bull market?
Bro, I think once you see like last cycle, I think it was Chainlink, Doge, they kind of front ran the market. And this cycle, it was Caspa, Injective, and now Solana, Metis. So it'll be interesting to see which one of those four is the front runner when alts start to move. And I think when you see this, it's inevitable. Metis has now solidified itself as something to look at this cycle. And that's why it's so important to diversify. It's so like I would not have guessed Metis was going to be the one when we bought it in October. I mean, I went through that whole portfolio on stream and showed every coin I bought. I swapped 10 ETH into a bunch of different coins, from games to real world assets and random L2s scaling. And I showed every coin I bought. Metis was on there, Scale, Axelar, Miria. So anyone that paid attention and took notes, like that's just how you win. Like, no one can predict the future. You could just make educated guesses. And when they hit like this, it just feels good. It's like, what's next now? We crush this. What's the next move?
Absolutely. Now, moving on, we got, not only is Metis blockchain blowing up, but we also have some altcoins coming in. And basically, when you have the main token of the ecosystem, or the main gas token, and in this case, Metis is like the DAO governance token, and because it's an optimistic rollup, it uses Ethereum to approve transactions. You also have tokens that are providing infrastructure like DEXs, games, DAOs, anything you can think of. And so these coins could be used as leverage plays. And so what I recommend is, like, if you were to get invested, not financial advice, basically whatever amount of money you want to put into the ecosystem, I would put 70 to 80% straight into the Metis token, and then take about 20 to 30% and buy some altcoins. Every single layer 2, layer L1 is going to need a DEX. That's probably going to be a great place to look at. And you're going to see games if you don't have crazy gas fees. And then you're also going to see some really innovative DeFi projects. So those are some great places to look for when it comes to leverage plays. Now, I did a little bit of research. We dove into some projects, and the first one that I really like is a decentralized exchange on Metis, and it's called Hummus. And long story short, Hummus is just like any other DEX. I believe right now they're a Uniswap fork, and they're planning on going on to version 3 Uniswap, and they're one of the main DEXs on the Metis blockchain. On top of that, I've seen a lot of DEXs launch on Metis, so there's a little bit of a competition. Now, when we get into the price dynamics of Hummus, basically it's sitting at a $5.4 million market cap. And if I just zoom out real quick, when this project launched, it was on September 5th of 2022, tail end of the bull market. Then it went down a little bit of hopium, and then just crashed out for the entire bear market. And now we started to see some massive price appreciation. It went from 0.007 to 0.05. And you can tell that these altcoins are running because Metis is running. So in my opinion, a DEX, easy slam dunk, great leverage play. There's a good chance that Hummus could decouple from the Metis ecosystem and run on its own, because it's much easier to see a market cap go from 5.5 million to 50 million, instead of seeing Metis go from 4.26 billion to 4.26 billion. And so that is why I'm extremely bullish on Hummus. You got any thoughts on Hummus or whatnot?
No, I actually did. I only was just taking a look at the website last night on stream and just checking out all the different DEXs, and there's so many of them. I think there's like QDAO was another one. You got the Maya. There's a bunch of them. So that's why I don't know what the strategy is at this point, unless you got a crystal ball, you got a week to do research, and I don't even know what else, maybe a Ouija board or something. I think the play for me is to just take, whatever. If I have $300 and just pick 4 of them and put $75 into 4 of them. And that way, if 1 or 2 moon, great. If all of them should crap out, oh well, that's what happens when you degen. So that's my strategy. I mean, obviously everyone's going to be different, but for the DEXs, yeah, I don't know which one's going to be popular. Same thing with like Arbitrum. It's like, what do you like over there? Do you like RDPX? Do you like Camelot? There's so many different options. I don't know what lures people into each one. If it's higher APRs, more pools, I don't know. So I just kind of splash it around and hope for the best.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's the thing, you're making plays, and the idea is you're selecting coins that you think you can run, And with these altcoins, let's say they do like a 300% ROI. You can take like half out, put it back into Metis, and just build your Metis bag. And then as Metis goes up, take some profits off of Metis and then convert it into titanX, Pulsechain, PulseX, or any other coin that you think is going to be the one to do mind-blowing numbers. And so that's the strategy we're using, because these are just little gambles. When the ecosystem blows up, there's nothing wrong with trying to see what you can do with $100. So first one is Hummus decentralized exchange. Now the next one, I'll talk a little bit about games. So whether you like it or not, games are going to be extremely big in the next bull market. The younger generation loves video games. I don't play video games. Adam, do you play video games?
No.
Okay. So we don't play video games, but because so many people like them and it really brings on the younger generation, believe it or not, these are going to be plays to really onboard people. And in my opinion, Metis actually has a slam dunk video game that we were talking about. And the name of this project is Revenant GG, or I believe the name of the token is Gamify. So if you come over here and you check out this this website and you just scroll down, overall the game is extremely realistic. They're building as the first video game onto the Metis blockchain. They also have funding from the so Metis has like a fund to basically help projects build on their network. And overall, they're basically creating a video game that you know, most people, well, believe it or not, most video games don't want to be on Ethereum. They want to be on other blockchains. So in my opinion, I think Revenant has a first mover advantage. And if we come over here to the Gamify market cap, it's at $2.7 million. There are so many games where they get up to insane evaluations from anywhere between 50 million to about 1.5 billion. And I think Gamify, because it's its own, it's basically the only game on Metis, and there's probably going to be more coming on. I think this thing's going to appreciate like crazy. Now, if I scroll out really, really quickly and just do like look at the 4 hour, actually, let's just do the daily. I don't know what's going on, but this thing just broke its all-time high today. It went down to about 0.017 cents, and then now it's going up to about $2.30. This thing is going crazy. And the crazy part about this, it's just a $2.7 million market cap. So this thing still has time to run. And if Alex Becker were to cover a project like this, it could do absolute numbers going on into the next bull market. So Gamify is going to be your third altcoin, and this is something that we're absolutely targeting to build up and accumulate going on in the future. Adam, you got any thoughts or opinions on Gamify or Revenant?
Yeah, well, I like it because they got a bunch of stuff in the pipeline, and I was messing around last night, and even if you don't buy the token, there's like a beta mode for their Crusaders game or something, so you can go and play the game. Like there's a whole list of stuff you can do to get a whitelist spot or potentially get an airdrop just by playing this beta game. So you don't even need to invest anything. And they have, I think, 2 or 3 games that are upcoming. I don't know how you get into them, but they're on the website there, and they show them. I don't know if you need to stake some coins or whatever, but if you just scroll down, it shows the upcoming projects. And, yeah, there's one, I think it's Crusaders or whatever, that's in beta mode. But, yeah, I don't know. You know, I didn't look that deep into it, but.
So yeah. So basically, this is a studio, and as a studio, they're just gonna be launching games on top of it. So it's got like some studio infrastructure. So yeah, in my opinion, you know what they're putting out is gonna be really, really great, and it seems like they're basically adding more projects out there, and they also have a launch pad on top of that. So there's so much utility, and in my opinion, they could be building the gaming infrastructure on the Metis blockchain. So now moving on, we got to talk about one last altcoin on Metis. And this one is actually a meme coin. And this one's very degen. This is probably one of the biggest degen and extremely high risk plays. The name of this excuse me, meme coin. It's going to be MetaInu. And so MetaInu, it's essentially a one of the first meme coins on the Metis blockchain. Now that Metis is absolutely running, we're seeing a DeFi explosion. This was one coin that came across our chart. Now, MetaInu, it does have a tax token. Portion of that tax goes to a burn wallet to burn up the token. And then also part of it goes to a treasury. And what's really interesting about this token is I'm getting the same, SaucerSwap vibes. And the market cap of this thing is sitting at 183K, which is absolutely crazy. And in my opinion, we're going to see another meme coin degen play absolutely run up and do crazy gains going on to the future. So I do like MetaInu. And if I come over here to their Twitter, last time I checked when I was doing the research, it was sitting at about 402 followers. They're active on Twitter. And I think this coin could absolutely go viral because it's got that sauce that could potentially do absolute numbers. And like I said, the main reason why I really like this is it's sitting at 183K. We're small time YouTubers, so I don't think this is going to really push up the price. But I guarantee you, when the big mainstream guys come in, there's a good chance we might see some market action. Adam, you got any opinions on MetaInu? You got any Shiba Inu vibes going?
Well, I'm really not the meme coin person. I leave that to Goo God and you guys. I'm just kind of along for the ride. And when you guys put something in, I was like, all right, whatever. I'll throw a little bit in, but I stick more to the utility stuff, bro. Just because if you forget about it, you don't have to worry. Like with the meme coins and shit, I feel like you got to stay on them because they're just so volatile. But when you're holding something that you're confident in, I don't know, it's just easier to hold through the dips. And I just the meme coins are fun, but I'll just put a little bit into them just in case. But I want to get more Revenant. Like, I'm actually so pissed that I didn't use, was it Rocket X or whatever?
Right. Yeah, okay. I got you. So Degen Gym Hunter, Hummus looks like a bouncer fork. I'm pretty sure Hummus is not a bouncer fork. I'm pretty sure this is a Uniswap fork from. Actually, wait, no. No, he's right. He's right. I'm sorry. My bad. All right, Degen Gym Hunter, you are 100% correct. I'm sorry. I messed up. I meant to say you are right. It is a bouncer fork. So I do mess up on that time and time. And yes, so this is actually a bouncer fork. And I am still bullish on it. I think bouncer protocols are extremely great. I was mixing this up with what was that other decentralized exchange? Was it Andromeda? We were talking about earlier.
Yeah, that or Hermes.
It was Hermes. Yeah. Okay. So I mixed that with Hermes. So yeah, he is correct. So okay, cool, good stuff. All right, now we just went through Metis. Very very bullish on Metis overall. Now let me go through some comments and then we'll move into the next ecosystem because we're getting a lot of comments right now. So what's up, Bobby? Good to see you. Goo God, I'm bullish on ETH and alts right now. I know most people are. They're definitely jumping in. Bullish on HBAR. What's up, John May? Good to see you, my man. Tal's definitely looking pretty good. So Bobby, I'm long-term bullish on BTC, but there's way too many leverage players going long. I anticipate a quick rinse cycle before we see blue skies. Very good point. Since everyone's so bullish, I always get bearish when the crowd does one thing and I want to do the other thing. So, what's up, Landscraper? Good to see you. What's up, Tin Top? Good to see you. Shout out to all the Hexicans out there. Goo God doing Goo God things, going from Solana to HBAR. So that's a good indicator. Mobius, what's up, man? It's good to see you. So really, really good stuff. Where's Eden? I'm not sure what that means, but okay. And then Pulsechain Summer 2024. Couldn't agree more. Let's see if we got any other questions. Shout out to DJ and Gym Hunter. Thank you so much. Good stuff. Paying for your viewership instead of advertisers is good for engagement. Not really sure what that means. Okay. I'm just gonna keep it moving. Actually, wait. Let me read this one more time. Paying your viewership instead of your advertiser is good for engagement. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, okay. I know what you mean. Yeah, no, I definitely do agree, Tin Top. We always look for altcoins, and we're always looking for things that could potentially do really, really great going on to the future.
But it's a great time to plug Gabit.exchange, our leverage link down below. If you want to trade responsibly on leverage, go to Gabit.exchange. 10% off.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Oh, dang, dude, Goo Guy got you, man. Adam hates meme coins.
I don't hate meme coins. It's just not my thing. I'd rather go with the utility plays and just splash around a little bit in the meme coins. I'm not all 80% meme coins, 20% real plays.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Yo, what's up, dudes? Appreciate these streams, brothers. So good stuff.
People keep talking about VMUM. I didn't even see that on the website because I went to metis.io last night and just scrolled through the ecosystem coins that are listed on there, and I did not see that on there. So I don't know if it's like a meme coin or something.
Well, let's take a look at it. Oh, I saw this one. He's talking about Vitalik's mom. God.
Oh, dude, I would have bought that immediately. Now that's the meme I would have went after if I knew that's what it was.
Yeah, no, I think we were talking. I can't remember who was talking about that. I did see this. There's one called Vitalik's mom, and then there's also another one called Vitalik's dad or something. But yeah, I'm really hesitant about some of these meme coins because some of them I'm afraid they're going to be a rug pull, and then some of them seem to come to fruition really nicely. And right now, this is sitting at about $3.2 million market cap. Let's see where it was sitting at. Let's just say right before the run up. Dang, it did a 10x right there. Let's see where it started from the beginning. Wow, already did a 60x. Dang, this could absolutely be a play because imagine if a big time mainstream YouTuber comes on and talks about this. This thing could absolutely explode.
Bro, that's with that's the thing with these ecosystems like that. Who knew Bonk was gonna be the one on Solana? You know what I mean? They who knew Cock was gonna blow up over there on Avalanche? It's so funny. They just come out of nowhere. That's why you gotta love crypto.
Yeah, let's take a look at Barsic. This one's interesting. So dang, dude, there's a lot of meme coins on this blockchain. Holy smokes, look at that, dude. That is crazy. See, this is why I like
Goo God. Where were you, Goo God? I'm blaming Goo God on this one, bro. Where was he on Barsic here?
Yeah. Goo God's holding out on us, man. All right, let's take a look at Kronos. Yeah, we're just messing with you, Goo God. We love you, man.
God's a legend.
So Kronos on Metis. Huh. All right, this one's interesting. All right, so I'm not sure. I haven't looked at some of these. I just like looking at the coin, but this one has 144K market cap. And then this one came out very recently. So I would be extremely cautious about this coin. So I don't want to go into it too much, but definitely some really great plays wrecked. Hummus is a platypus fork. All right, I need to research platypus because I'm not really sure what the platypus is. I mean the plat. Do you know what platypus is?
No, bro. Probably a fork of Balancer. That
platypus finance. All right, so
I've heard of. Oh, never mind. Pangolin is on Flare. Never mind. I didn't know. I have not heard of platypus.
Okay, so this changes everything. A whole new kind of AMA for stable swap, lower slippage. Okay, so it's all right. I need to start looking at this, man. Dang, this is crazy. Okay, so Hummus is a platypus fork. Yeah, shout out to Rect, dude. Rect is on it right now. So,
bro, cool. This is why I like streams like this, bro. Where there's smaller streams. There's 30 people in here right now because 90% of people can't sit through this shit. They get triggered because they don't own the coins, or whatever it is. But just having this back and forth and bouncing shit around, like I got 3 or 4 things to look at now, and these market caps are so small that you could throw $50 into them and turn them into $1,000. Like it's realistic if you just give it the right amount of time. Don't get shaken out when we get the sell the news event coming next month. You know, you're gonna get nasty dips, and for all these that are going parabolic like this, they're gonna crash back down 80% and do what P Atropa did and all the PRC20s, and that's when, if you miss right now, you just wait till then.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. I like this. I like all these coins that he's putting out. I think Chronos would be cool, but I think, in my opinion, the strongest narrative out of all these coins that Rect was talking about, I think VMom's going to be, that could click really, really hard when people are talking about Vitalik's mom and just being like putting that out on Twitter. So in my opinion, that could be an absolute play. And then that's interesting about the platypus exchange. I need a little bit more research, but basically it's on Avalanche, is a stable coin swap. So maybe what Hummus is, it's like a platypus fork, and then the one that we were looking at is like your traditional DEX. And so they're actually doing 2 different things. So that's what I'm thinking. But honestly, there's a very small amount of time. I got in because this ecosystem was blowing up, and I'm just bullish on those coins specifically. Now, do you want to get into some Stellar, or talk about some few altcoins really quickly? We're coming up at about an hour right now.
Yeah,
cool.
bro, let's do it. Might as
All
well.
right. All right. So so basically, on top of what we're seeing with Metis, and also on top of what we're seeing with HBAR, we're also seeing some interesting movements on Stellar. And Adam, he's the ISO 222 king. He's got some altcoins on Stellar that he wants to talk about. So give us a list, man. Let's get into it.
Yeah, bro. Sorry, I'm just I'm getting such FOMO here. I'm on the Rocket X exchange, bridging that Metis over right now.
That's all right. No. Take your time, man. Take your time, man.
No, I'm good, bro. I'm ready. You can share the screen here.
Okay, I got you.
So, bro. So with same thing with Hedera, right? The XLM, in my opinion, is gonna outperform XRP. I think Flare is gonna outperform XRP. I think XRP is that sacrificial lamb. And Ripple Labs is going to be the one that makes all the real money. And the XRP ledger is kind of just used, but all the value is actually in Ripple Labs. I think that's where that's going, but I could be wrong, so I'm still holding my bag of XRP. But with XLM, when you really do the research and look at who they're working with, and from Franklin Templeton to CBDCs around the world, I mean, to money, when you open up their native wallet, their Staker app, or whatever wallet, the Lobster wallet, you have MoneyGram right on there. So you can go and on and off ramp at 80,000 locations. I think it's 90 now around the world. They have more on ramps than any other blockchain or crypto in the world, more than Bitcoin. No one knows that. And then on top of that, they have a partnership with Circle to bring native USDC onto Stellar, and that launched in the last 2 months, which was after the XRP lawsuit, and they got clarity. So I think there's a lot of same thing with the companies, the institutions, the banks, the governments that Stellar works with. I mean, you see interviews with the CEOs, and she's with, the World Economic Forum, with Franklin Templeton, with major players in the industry. So I think the same thing with HBAR. The NDAs are everywhere. And when you're working at changing the money system, it's a serious game. And no startups or this random companies are going to end up controlling money or payments or transactions. This is not how shit works. So the first gem I like here is Velo Labs. I think it's the price hasn't done that well. I think it's doubled up in the last month. It's kind of chopped sideways. So yeah, it's gone up and down, but it was earlier this year. It just went ballistic. I mean, out of nowhere, there's a 7x in the middle of the bear market. I was like, holy shit, what is going on? So I did some research into it, and you look at the website and it's just like, okay, supercharging the money. But you come down the website and you start looking at what they're doing. They're creating trustless infrastructure for crypto payments, formless, limitless, borderless. And then they have their quantum remittance network power up traditional financial networks with a blockchain-enabled remittance superhighway. Quantum connects our trusted partners around the world. So this isn't by accident. Their universe, their multi-chain super DEX allows users to connect to a DEX self-custodied wallet to maintain control of their funds while also being able to trade any asset. So it's not just cryptos. And then they have their Nova Chain Orbit. They have their metaverse, their bridge. Like, dude, this shit is so crazy and so in depth, and it's not an accident. And it's the staking is a phenomenal for this project. And if you look at the partners who they're working with, just look at Copper, look at SEBA, look Visa, we all know, and then the Stellar Development Foundation is funding all this. And then also behind it, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, but so basically they're working on the payment solution for basically you just have like an app or your wallet on your phone, and they just do quick payments that are easy to use. Is that what I'm getting? Am I getting that right?
Yes, that's just one little part of it. I mean, they have bit for business to business. This is their DEX right here that they have, and that's for retail. But once you come down to their Nova chain here, this is the stuff that is going to change the world right here.
So they're creating... Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, this is right here. This is what connects traditional finance and crypto networks, provides a common medium for both foreign exchange markets and the hybrid DEX to operate on. Velo is the enabler of the protocol's interconnection with various financial systems and allow all types of users to make frictionless transactions. So this is it, bro. And then Quantum, what they're building soon, this is only for financial institutions. Their high-powered gateway right here allows end users of each partner firm to access the benefits and services of other partner firms that are part of the network, which brings them faster fees. And they're just plug and plays. You don't have to uproot anything in your business. You just join the network, and then you have access to everything. And they even have their metaverse coming, bro. I mean, I could do an hour-long stream on just Velo, but I mean, if you want to do the research, go ahead. I've done it all. You could take my word, do it yourself, but it's so obvious to me that this is a long-term home run.
Right. So we got payments, we got a cross-chain DEX, and then you're saying that they're creating like an EVM compatible side chain that also plugs into Stellar. Am I getting that correct?
Exactly, bro.
Okay.
They have so much. Like they just put, I mean, this, if you just go to their website, velo.org, they have a minute video here. And if you play it, you can see everything they're doing. But they're smart, trustless smart contracts. They're formless transactions here. So right here, all assets are formless and can be transacted against their real world value. You won't need to own a whole of something to transact or trade. You can fractionalize your investment to suit your needs. So that's tokenization of assets. When the Golden Gate Bridge is tokenized and for sale, these are the type platforms that they're going to be working with right here.
Okay. I got you. All right. No, I like that. I mean, if they're doing a side chain and they're sitting at about, I'm looking right here, it's about a $29 million market cap. I mean, dude, that could absolutely get up into the hundreds of millions and even like right before $1 billion, if like based on your research and what we're seeing. So that's an absolute awesome gem. So do you have any other XLM gems?
Yeah, bro. So the XLM, they're all payments. Like you think of Stellar, I think right now of IBM, and I think MoneyGram and peer-to-peer payments. Ripple is the cross-border payments, the bank payments, wires around the world. Stellar is me sending you money, us sending money to each other. So the next one is Stronghold. And this is like a conspiracy too. So you come to this website, you're like, okay, Stronghold is expanding payments. using the token. Okay, well, that's cool. It's climate friendly. It's built on Stellar, the #1 Discord server. So you look at this, you're like, wow, like this, what the hell? Like, this is it. This is their homepage. But if you go to their products here, and all of a sudden you say, whoa, ACH payments, their automated clearinghouse, that's when I used to do online poker and move money around, you used ACH, that network. So now Stellar is embedding that into their interface, you can do it, allowing you to maintain ownership of your customers and their experience. So this right here is just one little part of it. Then they have their Stronghold Direct for business to businesses when we're sending money around. One click, no coding required within seconds. Customers simply click, link, and pay. Boom. That's how we're going to pay in the future for all this shit with QR codes. They got their hand in that. Merchant financing. So when we want to take payments or whatever, or make loans, all of this right here. Access up to $250,000 quickly with a simple application right there. They're cut out all the friction from going and getting a loan from your traditional lender. All the bullshit you got to go through on Rocket Mortgage. Goodbye, all that shit in the future.
Okay.
Check out Card Pro. It's endless. They're revolutionizing payments, and they have to be under NDAs with all the banks and the processors they're working with. It's the only logical thing that makes sense with all the stuff they're building, all the partners they have around the world, and no one talks about it. It just does not add up.
Right. So Stronghold, what's the market cap on that? I'm trying to find it.
A whopping $11 million.
Holy cow. Wow. When did it first launch?
It's been out for a couple years. February 2019, bro. And it was just dead. Did nothing. And then in the last
just
bull
exploded.
Run, did almost 100x. Yep.
Okay. Well, see, that's interesting because that could potentially, now that we're seeing utility tokens do really, really well, this could absolutely be a play because, I remember at the beginning of this bull market, we talked about like, hey, man, there's these utility tokens, and I didn't really get into them because I was mainly focused on a couple other things. But then we just saw the pop of a lot of these utility tokens, and it absolutely exploded. And it's really great to see, something like Stronghold. And so that's really cool. I do like Stronghold, and I do like that other one, Velo. So,
yeah.
And IBM is involved with Stronghold.
Yeah. So why you think IBM just chose this random company? Like one of the biggest companies in the world, they just chose we just threw a dart at a board and we found Stronghold. We're gonna go with them. No, that's not how this shit works. Instead of waiting 3 to 5 days to clear and settle IBM worldwide transactions that use Stronghold, resolve in real time. No way. Real-time settlement, facilitate cross-border payments and transactions. Wait, so when Stellar took over MoneyGram in 2019 and turned them around from a failing company to crushing it, and then MoneyGram got sold to some fund last year, that was the test right there. This technology flipped MoneyGram around from a shitty company to crushing it in 2 years. You don't think they're going to do that with all of the world? It's just, it takes time for this stuff to uproot. It's the dinosaurs that are here today controlling the industry.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I absolutely like that. And I think the other big thing I'm trying to say is corporations are going to come onto this blockchain, and they're not going to go for a lot of these decentralized smaller blockchains. They're going to go for the ones that are establishing these partnerships. And it makes sense that IBM's getting involved with this project on the Stellar blockchain, which seems like Stellar's setting up to be one of the top blockchains in this next bull run. Do you think that's a fair statement?
100%, bro. And it might not be it might not be this bull run because I think this stuff relies on legislation, and they need some kind of laws in place for these things to thrive in the public. And if these things keep getting delayed and there's all this political bullshit that gets played and it gets delayed, it could be, next cycle until we really see the true value. There could be another couple years where these coins the real values are very suppressed. And that's That's the risk I'm willing to take to get into these coins right now at these prices. Like, it's
Right.
so obvious, bro. Like, this was from 2019. Stronghold USD is now powering payments and foreign exchange in 70 plus countries. This was 5 years ago.
That's
It's
crazy.
like, what do you think they've done in the last 5 years? IBM Blockchain WorldWire optimizes and accelerates foreign exchange and remittance services. Instead of using traditional bank intermediaries that could take days to settle, these settle instantly. I
Right.
mean, that's it. It's a no-brainer. If you don't understand it there, get the fuck out of here. I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding. That's funny. Cool, man. Well, good. Well, I think we ran through a lot of gyms today, and so we talked about a lot of stuff, and we learned a lot of new stuff. So let's just do a quick wrap, and well, not a quick wrap, but out of all the gyms we talked about today, what's your favorite, and what's your favorite gym that was recommended on stream?
That Vitalik's mom, bro. I'm going with that. That's because Metis, like, when I think Metis, like, I always think Vitalik's mom and the foundation. Like, it's somewhere I go there. So I'd imagine that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy, but I like that a lot. And then, what was it, Kronos, or there was that
Yeah,
Avalanche play over there, because I actually need to get another
platypus.
coin on Avalanche. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of, actually, I want to take a look at platypus. Platypus finance. Let's just take a look and see what the market cap is. 1.4 billion. Looks like it. Man, I can't believe I haven't heard of this before. This is crazy. And it seemed like it's. Oh wait, no, it's been around for a minute. Huh. Okay. So it looks like it has some dilution in the beginning, but I mean, this could very well be a play. It had some price action at the beginning of 2023, and it seems like it's going back up. But yeah, I'm gonna research that. I need to wrap my head around it because it was a stablecoin swap, and honestly, I thought Hummus was just a straight Dex for a minute, but I was completely wrong. So cool.
So,
Now,
bro, I bought Kalau, DYP, and Avalanche yesterday. Those were the three alts I went with. I felt like Shrapnel was a little late, so I just went with three random ass plays, and I have no clue how they're gonna do. But if anyone has heard of those, Rect, you heard of those? If you're still here, let me know.
yeah, actually, here, since you're probably not gonna get this much alpha on a live stream because we're going through so many coins, but we need to save some for the next live stream because we're going way too many. But I will say one
Bro, we
coin
got more
that's
for days, bro. We're good. We got plenty for
yeah,
days.
I will say there's a game called Domi, DOMI on Avalanche, and I think they might be going over to Beam. But honestly, Avalanche for gaming is absolutely crazy. And we might just need to do another live stream just covering games on Avalanche because how I see it is Avalanche gaming is going to absolutely explode. They even have like a layer, kind of like a layer 2 blockchain called Beam specifically for games. And they have a token on top of that called Rainy Studios, which is building gaming infrastructure. I got into that when I saw that, and I was like, bro, that is an absolute gem. And once Beam starts blowing up with more and more games, that token price is going to go absolutely crazy. So, actually, let me show you guys this since we're going like full on. Man, we need to make a name of this because if we're going to do this weekly, we got to call it like DGens of the week or something, or DGen plays, or just something crazy. Or the future of Hello. I know we are talking about that.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Hello,
long
HBAR
story.
podcast.
Hello, HBAR. Yeah. So
See,
this
what
was at
scared me with Shrapnel was the volume was down so much. That's all. It was down like 50% in 24 hours. I was like, oh shit. And the market cap was 100 million. So I don't know if I don't know.
yeah.
Lower
So
volume and price going up scares me.
yeah. So this is like the immutable X. That's gonna be for Avalanche, and now that it's sitting down low right here, it's like 0.004. I think this was at like a $300 million market cap, and now it's slowly approaching a billion. I could easily see this get up to like 50 billion, I would imagine, because games are gonna be so freaking popular. It's crazy. So definitely a little extra alpha to add the cherry on top. Let's go through some comments. Dang, dude, Goo God, our boy Goo God over here, man. He's always got something. Bro, check this out. Please delete the stream. Yep, we'll delete the stream right after. Appreciate it.
Bro, we probably should. If you did, yeah, we probably should. That actually is a good point. Like that, make it special for anyone that was here. You got something special. If not, create that FOMO.
Listen, we do all this research, and there are so many gems in this stream. It's absolutely crazy. And my picks is basically what Goo God said right here. SaucerSwap and VMOM. I think these two meme coins you're going to hear about in a couple of weeks. And I want to sit here and clip this and put this on YouTube and put it all over Twitter. I guarantee you SaucerSwap and VMOM are going to go absolutely bananas, and you're going to see it on so many mainstream platforms. So you heard it here first. Now, Bobby, thanks for doing this. Shout out to you, Bobby. Always good. Goo God, bullish on Shrapnel. Degen, I called Shrapnel in my lobby 2 months ago. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. His lobby's called Degen Anonymous, so I don't think we can use their name. I think the Degen Anonymous community will be upset with us if we do that. That's when I aped. Highest market cap
Docs
ever.
the Degens.
Docs Degens. Oh, that'd be awesome. I love it. Degens Anonymous is the best multi-chain alpha lounge out there. Yo, someone's got to invite me to that. Well, actually, no, I don't invite myself, but that sounds awesome if you can get into that. Crypto Compassion, what's up? Good to see ya. Oh yeah, DJ Hunter got some double horns. All right, cool. So we just went through all these projects. Now we're just straight alpha. So we got to talk about one last thing. As if you guys have been following me and Adam, we linked up a while ago, and we just been researching. All we do is talk about altcoins every single day. Now we're going to be launching a new trading group, and it's going to be called the 28th Wealth Group. We talked about it on past live streams, and we're actually going fully operational at the beginning of next year. So it's going to be within a week. And so essentially what this group is going to be is it's going to be a paid group. It's going to cost about, right now we're set about $107. That might be subject to change. We'll put it up on a Twitter post. And essentially what you can do is you can come in. If you want to join the group, what we're going to do is we're going to go through, work on portfolios, talk about coins that we're researching, and we're going to talk through everything. And so through this group, me, Adam, and then we're also going to bring in Goo God. Goo God wants to join us as well. We're going to sit there and talk about the coins we're looking at. And if you're new to this space, or you've been in this space, you have no idea what you're doing, or if you want to get an edge on some of these plays that we're talking about, this is the place to do it. And right now we're going to keep the price low because we're not doing this for like a massive money grab. The main reason why we're starting this pay group is because we have so many people asking us for crypto advice, consultation. Hey, will you please work on my portfolio? And if we set this group up, this will be a great way for us to bring people in, gather resources, and really create the infrastructure so that we can create something that will help people. Because at the end of the day, Adam and I are not in here trying to scam you guys. We don't have some inside scoop with these project developers. We're just broke plebs like most people in crypto. We're trying to make it, but we're also trying to pass along our knowledge that we gained over the past 2 years. We had a lot of we had a lot of hits. We had a lot of So we had a lot of downs, we had a lot of ups, and what we're trying to do is make the space much easier for, average investors. And if you're advancing, it's not your thing, you've been around this for a minute, like, I completely understand. We're still going to do live streams like this. We're still going to put out videos, but we're going to create this group so that we can help people. Adam, is there anything you want to add to the 28th Wealth Group?
Um, yeah, I would say yeah. It's I was pretty much exactly this person 5 years ago. In 2019, when I was coming into crypto, I was researching stuff on myself, and there was really nowhere to go. There were no live streams. There were no real. I didn't know about Discord back then. It was kind of just watch a 10-minute video about this project and then see if they had a team, look at the website, and go from there. And when something went bad or you had a question, you kind of felt like shit. It's just me here, I guess. And we started a Discord server last bull market, and it ran phenomenal. Like the people that were there, everyone had a great time. You build a community, but for people that don't have time, people that have a full-time job and they just want somewhere they can go to ask a quick question. Hey, I was thinking about doing this. What do you think? Hey, I'm having this problem. What do you think? Just having someone you can trust and go to is priceless, I think, in this market. And we were able to provide that last bull market, last cycle. And if I was running the show and Kris, if things didn't work out because of who was in charge of it, and I'm not going to talk bad about anyone, but I learned a lot from that. And just knowing that we did it successfully, it grew phenomenally, and people enjoyed it. It was good to see, and we're here to help. And it shocks me that when I talk to people that watch my streams, and I think to myself, I'm like, all right, there's no way they didn't buy that coin, or they must have bought a couple of these coins by now. And people are very hesitant still. And it's that one-on-one, people feel comfortable. I don't know how to explain it. And I'm just excited to start this with you. I feel like, you're doing an awesome job over there, and like combining with what we both do, it's like the best of both worlds, and just having a group of savages or even people that just want to learn. That's what we're here for. And, it's not all about the money. We were talking a lot about this. What do we charge? If we charge $50, it looks like a joke. If we charge $1,000, we're scammers. There's no making anyone happy. So we think charging the $108 or whatever. And then if you think it's worth more, you could tip us. If not, take that money that you saved. If we, instead of spending $500, take that extra 400 and put it into some altcoins, and what that 400 bucks could turn into for people that don't really have it like that, it could be life changing. So I think that's the way to go. I know it'll be worth every dollar, and I'm just excited, bro. I can't wait to do it and really, get a new group of degens over the hump and just crushing crypto.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to add on to what Adam was saying, we're starting off the fee like low, and we're gonna see based on demand. If you guys come in, we're gonna help out. Build your portfolio, make sure you're in a good spot, and our goal is to set you up to put you in a position to win. Now, if we get a bunch of people coming in, like we're talking like 50 to 60 people, then we're gonna have to increase the price, because that means it's going to require a little bit more work. We're going to have to bring more people in to help us. And so basically it's based on the demand. So right now we want to keep it low. We have a lot of people asking, please work on our portfolio. We need help, and we're getting a bunch of requests. So by creating this into a group and setting up a Discord, this would be a great way to allocate all you guys together. We can really focus on portfolio building and really help you guys set up well for this incoming bull market, because things are going to get really, really fun very, very quickly. Now, I left the link to our website down here. If you guys come onto our website and you scroll down, you can actually come down to this QR code, scan it on your phone, send an email out to 28th Wealth Group at gmail.com. And through that, you can sign up, and we'll send over to you the information on how you can get in and join, and the whole 9 yards. And also, when you scan this QR code, there's going to be a little questionnaire that you fill out so we can get some information on you as well. and we could set up from there. So like I said, if you guys are interested and you need some help, you need some more information on how to navigate this space and get into all these coins, or if you want, what we're looking at and talk about research, this is going to definitely be the place for you. So definitely really good stuff. Adam, you got anything else you want to talk about or wrap up with?
How about that? That's it. I'm excited, bro. This is my passion. I love doing this shit, and it's just frustrating when people don't see the light when you're doing this research every day. And like with Stronghold right there, it's so obvious to me. Like the moves they've made for the last 5 years, all of the platforms they're building, how do they get that partners to be working with the ACH? That just doesn't happen by accident. So when you can start putting coins like that in your portfolio, there's nothing wrong with the memes. They're fun. But in 5 years, Vitalik's mom probably is not going to be around. But out of Stronghold, Velo, SaucerSwap, who knows? One or two of them might be around in that period of time, and it could be worth a lot more. And there's going to be that time where you just get left behind with Metis, with Solana. You see how fast these things just go. And if you don't have your bag packed, ready to go, you get left behind with another project. And it just, you just start looking around and you're holding coins that aren't moving. You start to panic. And that's when people start doing dumb things. And I see it all the time, and it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We're here to help. And if it sounds like something you're interested in, can't wait to have you.
Absolutely. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting. And like I said, me and Adam, we eat, breathe, sleep crypto. I personally, I don't drink that much. Actually, I don't even drink at all I really do is just surf in crypto. That's basically it. And creating something like this, I think is going to be extremely great. It's going to impact a lot of great people, and excited to see where it ends up, man. And I definitely got to revisit this live stream because we talked about PTGC. It did like 100x after. Talked about PDI. It did 300x after. We talked about Tropa, Teddy Bear, Metis. We talked about in the back, way back. We also talked about
Polytrade. That's done Polytrade.
Polytrade's done a 10x. What other coins? Oh yeah, I talked about lithium. I told people about lithium at it was like $7 million, and now it's sitting at almost 70 million or something right now. So there's so many coins that we called that did really, really great. And
titanX.
Oh yeah, titanX. That was a big one. That was probably one of the biggest calls ever. So
yeah.
I mean, how many calls have we put out there, and not many people cared, and the next thing you know, it did like a 10 to 20x or even the 300x. So
Creo.
I think, oh dude, Creo was a awesome call. That was that up like 10 or 15x,
like 10x. Yeah,
that's crazy. So cool, guys. All right, well, like I said, please check out my boy Adam over at Viber Finance. If you guys are interested in 28th Wealth Group, check out the link down below in the description. And we're definitely going to do more of these live streams. We need a name for this specific live stream. I think we'll probably do it like Wednesday or Thursday, and we'll do it on a continuous basis. So if you got a great name for this weekly live stream, leave it down below, and I might send you over a reward if it's really dope. So definitely really great stuff. And Adam, like I said, man, it's always great to have you on, and I'm excited to do more live streams with you in the future and see what we build with the 28th Wealth Group.
Yes, sir, bro. Appreciate it. Looking forward to it. Appreciate everyone that was here in the chat. 15x on Creo, says Goo God, bro. There you go. See that we're just underselling everything, bro. Come on, we gotta get our salesmanship up here. we gotta create FOMO. We're not doing a good enough job, apparently.
Well, we need to say some of these gems for the next live stream, because I feel like we did a live stream of so many gems you can probably do like 20 live streams with. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it is what it is. But
bro, that's how we roll, bro. I want to give it out to everybody, and I want everyone to win, bro. It's not fun when it's just you. You want to look around and have all your friends and family right there with you. That's what matters.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, awesome. And we'll see you guys in the next one. So peace out.